Good morning. Coming up to 8 o'clock on your Sunday morning, and there's a hazy shot from Global One. People out getting a good start on their day.
Oh yeah, not a bad way to start when it's golfing. I don't know myself, I don't golf, but I assume that it's a lot of fun.
Right.
And off you go. Today's going to be a gorgeous day. We're going to see that those clouds move in and out, but ultimately we're expecting a high of 26 degrees, Tracy.
Okay.
So we're looking pretty good for the day.
All right. Thanks, Gabby.
And again, we're beginning here with the fire danger map provided by Environment Climate Change Canada, of course. Now, we saw a little bit of relief for the north, but you can see we're back on that high end when it comes to that risk of wildfire, including further south for us, southern Alberta, still in the red, so extremely high. As we continue, though, to track along here and take a look at temperatures within the city, we are seeing some cooler temperatures for now, 16 degrees, but we're going to make the climb to the high 20s, another day into the high 20s. As we continue to take a look at current temperatures within the city, 17 degrees already for downtown, 11 degrees at Grey Eagle along with Spruce Meadows, and further south for Okotoks. Taking a look at current temperatures, some cooler temperatures throughout the Rockies here, so they still remain into the single digits for Banff and the Crow's Nest Pass area. Oh, and just as I said that, they see the jump into the low double digits, but ultimately we see everyone near that seasonal mark. 27 degrees for Edmonton, 30 degrees for Medicine Hat, also under a heat warning, 29 degrees for Lethbridge, and 27 degrees for Claresholm. As we take a look at our weather alerts here, just east of the city is where we see that heat warning. So again, really impacting the Three Hills area along with Medicine Hat, Vulcan, all those areas. A different situation for Lethbridge here. They have a different criteria despite them hitting 29 degrees. Air quality advisory still in place for us here along with Jasper as well. It's just not updating. And as we take a quick look at our 7-day forecast here, we're going to see, again, temperatures into the high 20s throughout the week.
Okay, thanks, Gabby.
Degrees within the city here, very calm winds as well. A nice break in that sky as we expect those clouds to roll in and out. Let's take a look at our national forecast, though, as we do see cooler temperatures for now, that is, through the west and into the eastern prairies. With that said, 27 degrees for Thunder Bay, 23 for Montreal, 24 degrees for Ottawa and Toronto here. Everybody sees a nice jump. We're still going to kind of hover within that 20s and 30s within the west, but we do have that heat warning in place, not only for our province, but also for parts of Ontario. 30 degrees for Thunder Bay and some rain expected, along with 30 degrees for Montreal, 31 for Ottawa, and 27 degrees for Toronto. As we take a look right now, this is of concern. We have a cluster, or a series rather, of thunderstorms making its way stateside into Ontario. That has triggered a severe thunderstorm watch. So again, all those ingredients are there to see some very dangerous storms here. So something that we continue to watch along with that heat warning. For us, we also see heat warnings for parts of eastern Alberta here. Along with it, we are still under many advisories as well. Now let's take a look at how it's going up in the sky with our Louise Van Dam.
Good morning. Coming up to 8:30 on your Sunday morning, and a beautiful shot of Global One of our city.
Oh, yeah.
Gabby, what are we expecting today? Things are set to heat up this week once again.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, we're going to see temperatures into the high 20s. So back from that break, coming full force with us here. We're expecting a high of 26 degrees. Conditions are going to also be fairly cloudy out there. Right now, we're catching a break from this live shot, but yes, they're going to be rolling in and out throughout the day. Make sure, though, you have that sunscreen on. We have a very high UV index.
All right. Thanks, Gabby.
Taking a look outside, 16 degrees already. And as we continue to track those temperatures in and around the city, 18 degrees for downtown, well on their way once again to a high of 26 degrees. 15 for Varsity Tuscany and at West District, that is 13 degrees at Spruce Meadows. As we continue to track along, we do see cooler temperatures throughout the mountain regions, but ultimately everybody sees temperatures near that seasonal mark or above it. 27 degrees for Edmonton, Drumheller 28 degrees, also included in that heat warning. For Brooks, 29 degrees, 30 degrees for Medicine Hat, 29 for Lethbridge. As we take a look at the situation, yes, it's just easy east of the city where we're seeing that heat warning in place. Again, also contending with that air quality advisory that includes Jasper. As we take a look at what we can expect, is there any relief on the way? For today, it looks fairly dry out there, but for tomorrow, a different story. It looks like we're going to get a really nice push of moisture here from the west, and that'll really help things out, of course, minus the lightning here for parts of northwestern Alberta. As we take a look at our 7-day forecast, once again, we are not included in that heat warning, but east of the city, those regions are. 26 degrees for today, 28 for tomorrow, still fairly cloudy for tomorrow as well. 25 degrees closer to seasonal for that Tuesday. We're going to see mostly sunny day with a high of 28 degrees midweek, 29 degrees for Thursday, and then a little bit of a drop for that Friday with 26 degrees, Tracy.
Okay, thanks, Gabby.
The wildfire that raged through the town of Jasper was started by lightning and intensified by powerful winds. Dr. Gwen O'Sullivan, expert in environmental forensics, joins us in studio with insights about the future of wildfires and the health implications as well. Well, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. Obviously, you know, when we're talking about wildfires, we do know that a significant number of them within this province started by lightning, but when you couple it with dry conditions, it makes for a dangerous situation. Can you tell us a little bit about how this wildfire season compares to previous years?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we are into the teens now, 16 degrees at the airport. Very nice light winds as well, fairly calm out there. Again, we're catching a nice break from that cloud coverage, but it will roll back in. Despite, though, you still want to wear that sunscreen, take those precautions because we're sitting at a 7 with that UV index. So again, still fairly high out there. As we continue to trek along, as I always say here, look at this gorgeous shot, another stunning shot. Thank you so much to Matt Melnick. Look at this capture here from Sylvan Lake, just beautiful. Always looking for great ones just like this one. Please send them over to calgaryweather@globalnews.ca. Well, as we take a look, we are above seasonal compared to what we saw yesterday. That is 26 degrees is our daytime high. 24 degrees is what we should be seeing around this time. So pretty much there, a couple of degrees off. Last year was much cooler than that. We saw 14 degrees, nothing compared, of course, to 34 degrees. That broke the record in 1939 for this day. As we take a look at our dog walking forecast here, another cutie patootie. Look at Billy getting me in the summer mood. Thank you so much for sending this gorgeous shot in. And again, the poses. Well, today we're going to continue to see that climb into the morning throughout the day, or the morning rather. We're going to see teen temperatures, and then we'll make that climb to 26 degrees. Even into the evening, if you're taking your dog out for a walk, it's going to be a beautiful one. We're talking about 21 degrees and very nice light winds. So a spectacular day ahead of us here. Now let's throw it up. Here we go with our shot of the updated fire danger. Again, this is a map provided by Environment Climate Change Canada. You could see that yesterday when we saw this map, we did have areas in blue towards northern Alberta. Not the case anymore, especially to the northwest. Now it is on the high end. And then for southern Alberta, extremely high. As we continue, though, to track along and see how we're doing within the city here, we are seeing temperatures into the teens. As we take a look, currently 16 degrees for the airport. As we continue to take a look at how we're doing within the city, the climb is on. 19 degrees for downtown, 17 for Varsity, Tuscany, and at West District. Further south we go to Okotoks. They see 15 degrees, but everyone will see above that seasonal mark. Current temperature still fairly low within the Rockies here. For Banff, they see 10 degrees. Crow's Nest Pass 8, but once again, no one's immune to that warm-up. 27 degrees for Edmonton, 29 for Brooks and Medicine Hat. Drumheller also included in that heat warning as well. Different criteria for Lethbridge. So even though they're seeing temperatures at 29 degrees for that daytime high, they are not included in that heat warning. And there we go. Just east of the city, these regions once again impacted. They're expecting temperatures around that 29 degree mark, up to 32 degrees for that daytime high, with high teens for overnight lows. Air quality advisory still remains placed for most of northern and central Alberta. With that being said, Jasper also included in this this. We're just having issues with the update here. As we take a look at our satellite radar, we're not expecting any showers to begin. Even for us, we're expecting about a 30% chance at a risk of thunder showers. But ultimately, come Monday, we get a really nice push of moisture coming out of the west here. So that'll help alleviate some of the issues that we're having to the north. With that said, we always want the rain minus the lightning. As we heard, it is a significant number of wildfires that it causes. Once again, Medicine Hat in that heat warning, they're going to continue to see over the next 2 days temperatures into the 30s. For us, we will continue to see above seasonal. 26 degrees for today, 28 degrees for tomorrow, 25 for Tuesday, and 28 degrees midweek. We make a bit of a climb for Thursday and slightly above seasonal for the end of the week here, Tracy.
Okay, thanks, Gabby.
Well, we are into the high teens at the airport here, 19 degrees. We're still seeing those clouds roll in and out, and we do see very nice light winds as well. But the warm-up is on. Downtown already hitting 20 degrees, 17 degrees for Okotoks, Strathmore 20 degrees, and Bragg Creek at 18 degrees. Everybody is seeing that climb. Right now, current temperatures across the province still fairly cooler within the Rockies here, but ultimately the heat is on. 27 degrees for Edmonton, 28 for Drumheller, also included once again with that heat warning. 29 for Brooks, 30 degrees for Medicine Hat, and 29 degrees for Lethbridge. Up in the mountains, we'll see 24 degrees for Banff. Again, still contending with this heat warning east of the city as well. So areas included into that is Vulcan, Three Hills, Medicine Hat, Drumheller. All those areas are expecting temperatures around that 29 degree mark or 32 degrees with a very little relief into the overnight hours. Coupled with that, we have this special air quality advisory in place that also includes the town of Jasper. Unfortunately, we're not seeing that update. That weather station is out. As we take a look at our satellite radar, we don't have too much activity here in terms of seeing that rain to help the situation out. But we are expecting it to have a very nice push come Monday, that is. And you can see as we get that restart, there it goes. A nice punch of rain there. Of course, minus the lightning is what we're looking for. Ultimately, once again, Medicine Hat with that heat warning, we'll continue to see over the next 24 hours temperatures into the 30s. Lethbridge 29 degrees, but they have a different criteria, so therefore they are not under that heat warning. 26 degrees for us today, 28 degrees for tomorrow. Fairly cloudy as well, but once again, we will see a very high UV index, so heads up there. 25 degrees for Tuesday. We get a nice punch of warmth with 28 degrees for that midweek. Still riding that high with 29 degrees on Thursday. Cloudier conditions for Friday, but 26 degrees and 27 for your Saturday. So yes, we're still going to have to deal with that heat here, Tracy.
Okay, thanks, Gabby.
19 degrees. It is going to be a beautiful day as we make it up to that daytime high of 26 degrees. With that being said, we're still once again fairly high on that UV index. So a heads up, if you are going to be outside, don't let that cloud coverage deceive you. Make sure you take those precautions and have that sunscreen on. As we continue to track along here, take a look at this gorgeous shot. Just beautiful. Now, Wendy was super sweet during this capture. She did tell us as well that she stayed very far away as well, safely at a safe distance here. She took this photo with that zoom in there, but just gorgeous. We live in such a beautiful place. Please keep them coming. Send them over to Calgary Weather at globalnews.ca. Again, today we'll see a high of 26 degrees. Last year, completely different story. We saw 14 degrees, well below our seasonal mark of 24 degrees. So today we're actually pretty much on par, just a couple of degrees off. As we continue to trek along here, I think Capri has the right idea. Look at Capri all set up and ready to go. Capri doesn't care. It's going to be warm out. It's going to be beautiful. Capri is prepared. 21 degrees is going to be what we're going to be riding throughout the morning, but by noon, we'll see that bump up to 23 to see our daytime high of 26. Into the evening, it's going to be beautiful with 21 degrees. Now let's
that forecast one last time.
Well, we aren't expecting temperatures into the 30s, but we're still above that seasonal mark for the rest of the week. And then the potential to see some thunderstorms on Sunday. So there you go. Still going to be a hot one.
Yes, it is indeed. All right. Well, our viewers have been sending us pictures of their favorite Jasper memories, and we're going to leave you with these.
Here's just a few of the hundreds of beautiful photos we've received. If you'd like to share your Jasper memories, email them to us at calgaryviewers@globalnews.ca.